Today was pretty successful, guys. I had a pretty productive day. Pretty happy with what I did. So started off the day, went for a run. Then after that, I had my breakfast. Went to the library. Did some work on pretty much like what I want from life in a theoretical kind of way, if that makes sense. Um, Drew some like images and shit like that. But pretty much just like wrote down the things that I want to get out of life, right? And it was interesting. Like a lot of it just comes down to like very basic shit, right? Like I want nice things, right? I want a nice house. I want a nice car. I want nice clothes. I want to be attractive. I want a fit body. I want relationships. Community, etc., etc. I want all these things, and the thing that links back to is it links back to a couple of things, and the four main things that I am wanting in my life is I want to feel loved, and I want to love someone for the pure existence of acceptance and contentness. I think that's the best thing about relationships is that you feel accepted and you feel content, you feel comfortable, and you feel safe, right? Like it feels like a comfort type thing. It makes you, it reinforces the goodness in you, makes you want to be better, and that's a good part about love. Number two is that I want to have positive memories because I want to have great experiences in life. So they go hand in hand. Positive memories and experiences, they're like congruent, and it pretty much means that you're, yeah, the journey of life, you want it to live it in your favor, right? That's how I imagine it. Then you got number three, which is usefulness, which links to to purpose. I've got a whole list of words here, right? Like a whole list of words, like right in the center, running down here, of all these things that I want to feel. And the more you look at them, the more you understand that they all just interlink. And like for example, here, I want to make an impact. I want to have purpose, but that all links back to being useful, and you being useful links back to being purpose. Like my purpose for me, I have felt like I've found my purpose right now. Like not in like an actual specific avenue, but I've found purpose, right? Then I've got the last one is confidence. So I want to be me and just be who I am. So if I can be me, be who I am, I can be purposeful and useful. I can have great experiences and I can love. I'm pretty content with my life, right? So that's pretty cool for me. But the main reason I'm making this is I've kind of narrowed down my purpose to this. My purpose is that the reason I am alive still is because I feel that I can make a difference in a world. A better, sorry, the reason I'm alive the reason why I'm still alive is because I feel that I can make the world a better place with me in it than if I wasn't here at all. And that's the truth. Like I do feel part of me, I am meant to be here. I am meant to be doing something positive, and I want to do something big. Like you don't have to do massive things to feel like you're making a difference, right? But I do because I feel like I'm meant to. My life has been too weird. I like it genuinely like it feels. It feels like most people don't live this type of life that I've lived. Like it feels fucking weird, man. And I feel like I'm meant to do something with this and to help people, show them that there is more to life. You don't have to be extreme as me, but just by going out there and understanding that if you can make the world a better place today by being kind and being a good person, then you're making the world a better place for someone else, which makes you feel better as well, which improves your perspective. But not only that, it improves other people's perspectives, which is all we have at the end of the day. So that's pretty cool. But that gives me purpose, right? So I want to be able to leave the world a better place than when I found it, in shorter words, right? So that gives me purpose, and that's why I won't do what other people tell me. That's why I'm afraid of like working in a business and like a corporate job. It's because I don't want to be sat up in this fucking room being told how I'm supposed to live because my KPIs and all this bullshit, because that's not what I want. I want to do it my way, and my way is that I want to make a big difference doing my way. that's all I want to do. So that's why I've had the past 3 months. The past 3 months have been extremely challenging for myself. The past 3 months to understand. It's been to understand that one quote, and there's so much I've learned from the past 3 months, and I've hated the past 3 months. It's been shit, but I've learned a lot, admittedly, but it hasn't been like a good learning. Like normally when you think of learning, you think of good lessons, but the lessons that I've learned have been shit lessons. Like it's just been really shit lessons. Like being taught to myself, like teach myself that you gotta stop overthinking things. So it's like a lot of times, and I'm going to get in that in a second because I've got a really good quote for you guys. If you overthink a lot, I'm going to help you in a second. Keep watching. But yeah, that's kind of like the gist I was going along. So the question now becomes is how can I start becoming this today? Like how can I start making my way towards this of, I want to make a massive difference, and the massive difference is that I want to impact a whole heap of people. And sure, I'm tying my happiness to a number. Sure, like, yeah, you can say that, but I genuinely do believe I do want to impact a lot of people, and I don't want to stop until I do it. So that's what I want to do. So first rule, I have to figure out my overall goal, then the program that I'm going to use to, to run it, like my vehicle, right? So to make a really big difference, the world has never seen, and to make it a better place because of it. That's what I want to do. Now, the underlying motive for me is I need to ensure that this gets met daily, right? So right now I want to make a massive difference through YouTube because it's a big device that I feel can reach a lot of people. Like majority of people use YouTube. I use YouTube a lot. It's like I think it's one of the most used platforms in social media. It is historical as well. Like everything that is posted on here, it gets stored. So regardless, I'm posting for someone out there, whether it's my kids and I'm older, or if it's someone that wants to know more about me, or if it's someone that doesn't even know me, but they just like my videos, then I'm creating something that's historically going to be able to be digged up, which is cool. And if I can record myself more, then I think that's a pretty cool thing to be able to dig up, right? So that's that. But yeah, the goal is to be able to help people beyond the present. So someone 10 years from now, they can look at the video and they can be like, oh, this video is helpful. Like, I want to be able to make that type of content, the content that people can look at and be like, there's a good message here and I like it and it makes me feel good and I want to watch more of it because it makes me feel like I understand what I need to do to get my life back on track, which is what I want you guys to feel, that your life is in your control. Okay. Now, to do this thing, I need to make it entertaining. So I need to make entertaining content, which isn't, it means it has to be unique, it has to be interesting, it has to have ideas. I have to put them to action. Okay, so I have to start filming something that is unique, that is able to impact people and influence. I don't have a clue how to do it, right? And that is where I got stuck. So I now know what I want to do. So I want to leave the world in a better place than where I found it. I know how I want to do it. I want to do it through YouTube. Now I've got to know beyond that, how am I going to do it through YouTube? Like, what pathway? Are you going to do video games? Are you going to do challenges? Are you going to do et cetera, et cetera? And that part is questionable. Like, I generally don't know what to do here. And the only answer is this analogy I'm about to give you. So, take Kanye West, right? Kanye West is like one of my biggest idols. I think he's just a really interesting dude, man. Like, just the story of him, I think it's amazing. I love it. And if Kanye sat here and he had the same plan as me right now, he knew that one thing of what he wanted to do. He wanted to make music to influence people. He wanted to make great music, and he wanted to leave a legacy and change the scene of music currently there. That's what he wanted to do. How was he going to do that? He was going to do that through rapping over his own beats, and he's going to be like by taking control of the majority of the music, by producing, recording, rapping, like the whole lot. He was going to take control, and he was going to do it in his own interpretation. So that was his how, was through the beats. But beyond that, if he didn't know, for example, let's say we go back for a second. So Kanye West, he knows that he wants to make great music, right? From there, he now knows that he wants to make, some type of rap music, but he doesn't know what style does he want to do. Does he want to do hip hop? Does he want to sound like Jay-Z? Does he want to sound like 50 Cent? Does he want to sound like, Mos Def? Does he want to sound like, or does he want to sound like Kanye? Does he want to, like, he doesn't know what he's going to do yet. He doesn't know what piano, he doesn't know if he's going to use piano. He doesn't know if he's going to use drums. Like, he doesn't know that. You can't just sit here and think about it and it's going to work itself out. It doesn't work like that, right? So in my instance right now, I'm stuck in the part where it's like, you just have to go and do it and just fucking try it and see what happens, right? Because Kanye West didn't sit there and say, should I use the piano or the drums here? Think. He might have done that, but then he would have gone and tried it, right? So it's important that I've got to go, if I think something, I've then eventually got to act upon it, because if something isn't acted upon, it goes to die, right? A memory that is not acted upon does not get seen upon. Something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much like the main point I want to make there, is that with Kanye West, just relate it back to yourself, right? If you see someone successful, just think back in your own terms and try to relate it to where you are. And it kind of makes sense. Like the successful people, they just went and did it, and you've got to go and do it. And it sounds shit. I don't want to do it because I fear that I'm going to fuck up, and I fear that it's not going to get any views. But regardless, this video is not going to get any views. Like it doesn't matter, because even if it does get views, it's not what I want to be doing just yet, and it's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be exactly perfect. I want to keep improving, and if this was the best I could do, I would feel shit. This isn't the best. And even if I made a really good video, if it was my best, I would still hate it, because I know I could do more than that, right? So it's constantly trying to improve upon what you did previously. So I think that's pretty interesting. But yeah, people who change culture, that's something that I want to be able to do, man. I want to be able to change culture, especially being an Australian, and seeing a bunch of people come from Australia, that we don't really achieve these massive things, and I want to really achieve something massive, like something like famous level, because I don't see a lot of Australians doing it, man, and it annoys me because America does it, and I know fame isn't the thing that you should want, but in my eyes, if you have a platform where you can help people become better, and you can influence people to stick around longer in this life if they feel that they don't want to be here, or if you can influence someone to be a better person and to change their life around, more power to you, man. That's the best thing you can do, right? So that is where I'm at, guys. I think that's some of the biggest things I learned today was really that put it into a celebrity context. Next time you get stuck, what would they do? Just like me, YouTube, I know I want to make a difference. I know I wanted it to be through YouTube, and now it's like, well, what part of YouTube do I get into? And it's like, well, you got to try that out, and you just got to try it out and see what works. You got to try it out and see what happens. Same thing with Kanye West. He, wanted to make a difference. He wanted to innovate the music scene. He knew he was going to do it through his vehicle of music. How? He went and did it. He produced. Over time, he started to learn things that he was good at, and then he started to get better at those things. But you don't know if you don't have the data, right? You got to have data to make, you got to have evidence to make decisions. If you don't have evidence, you can't make a decision. So it's pretty simple there. But yeah, I think that's everything I want to say, guys. But yeah, the goal for me is to be more creative. I'd love to be more creative and to get my mind thinking more. So become more creative is one of my goals. I really want to become more creative. I should write this down. So I'm going to write down creativity. I want to have better ideas. Want to have better ideas / more coherent ideas. And I think another thing that I want to do is I want to start taking action more. Take action, film it, and edit it, then see over time what you're good at. So yeah, I'm just going to keep doing good and bad shit. It's going to be a long process, but I'm just going to keep doing long and bad shit until I figure out what's going to work and the style that I enjoy doing. Because it's about enjoyment, right? I can't just do Mr. Beast shit. That's brain rot, man. I don't want to be fucking doing that. I want to be doing my own thing, right? So it's creating my own style that I can flow with and I can feel represents me and who I am, and that's what matters. So cool. That's pretty much everything, guys. I don't have anything else to say, but I appreciate you for watching. Just create, bro. Peace out.